Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I'm audible. Can you all hear me? Okay, so I've decided to bring water to the table. In fact, if I may just ask, how many of us today have managed to at least take a shower or a bath before coming here? And how many of us have had a cup of coffee or a glass of water at least once today? Water. We often don't think about the value and the impact that water has in our lives until that one day we are inconvenienced by its absence. Let me share my story. A few weeks ago, I received an email informing us that there would be a water outage in our area for about 3 days because of pipe maintenance. I'll be honest, I acknowledged the email, told myself I needed to prepare for that 3 days, and before you know it, life happens, I forgot, and one evening I arrived at home, opened the tap, there is no water. The only water I have in the house is about 1.5 liters in the fridge, which won't do much. So there I am, needing to go purchase liters of water in order to sustain myself for the 3 days. Now my normal, usual shower, or perhaps that long bath, was not an option in that 3 days. I resorted to a bucket bath. Why? Because that same bath water would then be used to flush the toilet. I had to be more prudent and cautious about how I was using water to cook, to drink, and to clean the house. 3 days felt like a nightmare. Unfortunately, I was not only impacted in my personal space, the business I work for, because when there is no water, we have a hygiene and a sanitation issue. We then had to work from home, which meant any meeting that had been scheduled in that 3 days needed either to be postponed or held online. Basically, absence of water was an inconvenience. Yes, we can sit and complain about the 3 days, but for most people across the world, in fact, billions of people across the world, that is an everyday reality. In Africa alone, 783 million, approximately, people experience water scarcity on a daily basis. Across the world, 2.7 billion people, at least once a month, face water scarcity. Of those, 2.4 billion are faced with inadequate sanitation, which leads to them suffering from waterborne diseases such as cholera and thyroid fever. Sadly, at least 2 million people, mostly children, die from waterborne diseases every year. Now, many of us have heard of the 17 UN Sustainable Development Goals, which aim to eradicate poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity by the year 2030. I recently had a conversation about this with my little brother. He goes, realistically speaking, do you think it's possible we end poverty, that there will be peace in the world, and that everyone will be prosperous? Realistically speaking, is that possible? Now the truth is, I don't know what the future holds, but the possibility of the SDGs becoming a reality is something that gives me hope. Amongst the 17 Sustainable Development Goals is SDG 6, which deals with ensuring that everyone has access to clean water and sanitation by the year 2030. Having seen in the 3 days that I didn't have water just how critical to everything I do water is, I realized the importance of SDG 6. In fact, in my opinion, SDG 6 is the lifeline to making all the other sustainable development goals possible. If we think about it, even if it's to make sure that the engineers working on technology at least had water to drink, without water, any of the other 17 sustainable goals are at risk. Now, often when we sit and talk SDGs, we'll talk about what the UN is doing, what governments are doing, what other organizations are doing. But I sat and looked at SDG 6 and realized this is one SDG that we as people can directly and positively impact on a daily basis. How, you may ask? The absence of water for just 3 days in my life made me more cautious with this precious resource. I was more prudent with how I used it because I knew it was a limited resource. But what if it didn't just have to last for 3 days? What if we all started making different decisions concerning the use of water? For example, okay, I won't ask everyone to start taking a bucket bath, but what about taking shorter showers and not overfilling the bathtub when you bath, for example? And also, we walk around seeing dripping taps now and again. Let us be more responsible. A dripping tap can save gallons and gallons of water if we just close the tap. Let us look, we've had a number of days of rain recently. What if we collected that rainwater and started using it to water our plants and wash our cars instead of using the tap water that is a limited resource? These are just a few examples of how we as people can contribute to saving this precious resource called water. Now, I said, I don't know if we'll make it to 2030 if the world has no poverty and there is peace and prosperity for all people, but I can only hope. In conclusion, I'd like to therefore encourage each and every one of us, because we can all play a part in contributing to the possibility of the sustainable goals. We can contribute and play a part by simply ensuring that we save this precious resource, which is a lifeline to a sustainable future. This precious resource called water. Thank you.